Attention, finally, to those that want to make money from home from the hottest niche market on planet Earth. At last, a new no-selling system that has businesses lining up to write you checks. No degrees, no experience needed. If you can give something away, you can make money. Sure, it sounds like hype, but with thousands of business owners everywhere writing us checks for $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 or more, you need to know why. Sure, I know it sounds crazy, and I thought so too at first, but you're going to hear about a system where you don't have to sell them a thing. The businesses take zero risk, and they only pay you when they save a ton of money. When you can put money in their pockets at no risk to them and no real work for you, and you don't risk your money either, what's not to like? See how I've set this up to get other people to do all the hard work at their risk, not mine, and I'm just here to collect the checks. It seems incredible that you can get businesses to write you big checks without selling them anything. And even more incredible that you can cash these big checks without even being an expert at the services you provide. But it's 100% true. Plus it's legal, ethical, moral, and $1 billion+ industry ready and waiting. Here's how and why this business works. With no selling or expertise required. If you want to grow a business, there are only two ways to do that. You increase revenue or you decrease costs. If you increase revenue, the actual profit increase that goes into an owner's hip national bank all depends on his profit margin. That's the percentage of revenue left over after expenses. We always call that the keepsy money. For example, if the profit margin is 10%, then a revenue increase of $100,000 equals a $10,000 increase in profits or profit margin. Conversely, if you decrease costs by $10,000, then the entire savings of $10,000 is pure profit. That $10,000 that formerly was leaving the business's bank account to pay expenses can now go into Hip National Bank or anywhere else the owner wants it to go. There's a dollar for dollar correlation. Every dollar saved is a dollar earned. Therefore, a decrease in costs of just $10,000 is $10,000 in pure profit, which is exactly the same profit as would result from increasing sales or revenue by $100,000 when your profit margin is 10%, right? It's pretty obvious then that to get an increase of profits of $10,000, you can either increase revenue by $100,000 or simply decrease costs by $10,000. Which do you think is easier? Well, I'm sure you'd agree, especially if you're the one doing all the hard work, that it would probably be a lot easier to cut costs by $10,000 than to figure out the sales, marketing strategy, and tactics to increase sales and revenue by $100,000. No? Yet the bottom line increase in profits is exactly the same. And that's not even the best part when it comes to this business model. You see, with a model of helping a business grow, there's a lot to do. First, you have to get in the front door. You have to get an appointment to do a survey, diagnostic, or strategy session, or whatever you may call your discovery session with a prospect. Second, you got to build the benefits, tell your story, overcome objections, and close. And then your work is just beginning. Marketing plans, interviews, competitor research, copywriting, PPC, SEO, social, rep, sales training, media buys, script writing, etc. Don't get me wrong, I've been doing that for years. It's been very good to me, still is. I'm in the middle of closing a client on a national TV spot for their company. A producer will need to be hired, scripts written, graphics created, website built, media bought and tested, the spot tweaked, etc. I still make money generating revenue, but that client was referred to me, making it a bit easier. It's much easier when clients come to you. Another very powerful benefit of this new business model. They chase you rather than you chasing after them. In fact, referrals are one of the powerful and perpetual drivers of this new business model. But if you've ever tried to convince a business owner to spend money with you to increase sales, whether it be PPC, social, websites, marketing, sales, pick one. You know how hard it can be to get in the front door, much less leave with a check. But with this new model, you're not selling anything, so you never have that problem of closing them, nor the anxiety of, crap, now I got to produce. You simply gather data and provide feedback to the owner that takes a few minutes to complete. In this system, the business owner simply has to answer a few questions so you can determine how they can most quickly and easily be helped. By cutting his expenses or recovering money that he's already spent. You'll be surprised how often that happens. He doesn't pay a dime for a consultation. Even better, you don't charge him a dime for anything unless we can save him money. If there's savings, you get a percentage. Otherwise, he pays nothing. In fact, my mantra is no savings, no fee. Since the business has no risk, this is a no-brainer deal for the owner to accept. So he does agree almost every single time. There's no objections to overcome. See, savings outperforms selling every single time. Here's yet another awesome part of this system. After you make the deal with the business owner, you don't have to do any of the research, analysis, and cost recovery. Heck, for some of them, you'd have to be an engineer. You're probably not an engineer, nor are you qualified to do any of the research and analysis. You know what you are qualified to do? Collect the checks. You see, you have qualified experts who do all the analysis, prepare the reports, and do everything necessary to find the savings for the business. They do that 100% free. If they don't find anything, they don't charge anything. But when they do find savings or recover money for the business, those experts and you share in the savings. As I'm sure you can imagine, it's pretty easy to get someone to agree to share some of this found money. You don't do any work. You don't take any risk. The owner doesn't do any work, doesn't take any risk. They just share some of the money that was found for them. To the business owner, you're not some slimy salesperson. You're a cost savings hero. By the way, we're not talking about making chump change. It's not uncommon to earn $10,000 from a single business up front, plus get monthly residual payment for years. About half of these services result in upfront payments. The other half are paid monthly for the life of the deal, which often goes for many years. All of this without being an expert at any of these processes, or even having to sell anything to anyone, ever. Which means, of course, that pretty much anyone could learn to do this business. So let me recap. You offer to provide a free cost savings analysis. You ask a business owner a few questions. If there are ways to help them save money, you tell them. You don't sell them anything. You don't charge them any money up front. You don't do any of the analysis or reporting or cost recovery work. When the experts do the work and create found money for the business, you get paid a reasonable share of the savings or recovery. You just manage the process and build your cash flow. At the urging of some friends, I've put together this straightforward report that explains how you could become a cost savings hero. I've been consulting for 20 years. I've had small projects that have included a one-man business, big projects that have taken a company from $85 million per year to $350 million per year. Built radio, TV, direct mail, internet, and all other kinds of campaigns for all kinds of businesses. My clients have included big ones: the U.S. and Canadian governments, Great Western Bank, the U.S. Patent Trademark Office, AT&T, Computer Associates, U.S. Navy Shipyards, the Liquor Control Board of Ontario, LCBO to you Canadians, Quaker Oats, Arthur Andersen, and many other big companies. I've advised the management team of Tony Robbins and Chet Holmes, Hollywood media companies, actors, authors, and professional athletes. I've worked with pharmacists, landscapers, chiropractors, machine shops, restaurants, and literally hundreds of other Main Street businesses. Even with that, you've most likely never heard of me, and that's fine. My goal isn't to be famous, it's simply to be successful and provide for my family, which I think I've done pretty good. The way you become successful in business is to help your clients be successful. That's what I do. Now here's what's included with this Cost Savings Hero report. In this report, I want to open your eyes to a whole new world of money making that you may not be aware of. Most of the companies that take advantage of this industry are either Fortune 500 or companies with high-powered CFOs or people on the inside. That's just the upper 10% of the business world. The lower 90%, the SMBs, small to medium-sized businesses, are largely left on their own. The beauty, this is the marketplace that is the biggest and the easiest to get access to. In the Cost Savings Hero report, I want to explain exactly what this model is, where you come into this model, how profits made in this business model, how anyone can make money with this model, ways this model can turn profits quickly and then turn into residual monthly income, how it really fits in with the two ways to grow a business, the three different forms of cash flow this model kicks off, the lump sum payments, residual monthly payments, and lifetime payments. And we'll cover which businesses are best for this model and how to find them. I'll also cover the few simple things you need to know to do that you need to make money with this model. Remember, no experience or selling necessary. And finally, how I used it to bill $43,000 in 1 week to one client. I know from surveying the internet that I could sell this report from $47 to $97, and people would eat it up like hotcakes on a snowy, cold Buffalo morning, especially since the potential for earnings with this business is unlimited, and anyone could start doing this in just a couple of days without any prior experience at all. Plus, if you've invested in any of my products, training, or services, you know I'm a straight shooter. Honest information, nothing covered up, no holds barred, tell it like it is. After all, I'm in the trenches every week. I do this stuff. During this introductory release period of 7 days only, to introduce those interested to this model, I'll let you have this cost savings hero system for the crazy low price you see on the button below. But you need to hurry because the price goes up every few sales, so the longer you wait, the more it will cost you. Unfortunately, while you were reading this, the price already went up, so get it right away. Plus, the discounted price is only available until midnight on Sunday, November 30th. After that, since I expect so many people to get in on this early bird deal, I plan to charge at least $47 to start pre-qualifying people before they can get in on this information. Here's my no value guarantee. The guarantee is simple. Check out the Cost Savings Hero report right now on your computer or smartphone or tablet, risk-free for the next 30 days. If you find no value, simply let me know before the 30-day period is up and I'll send you your money back. It's only a few bucks, but you still have no risk. Here's the deal. In a few weeks, I'm training a handful of men and women who will be six-figure performers in 2015. You'll be hearing about them as I'll be using them in my future stories as we build out our network for successful men and women worldwide. You can join us or you can watch us. P.S. Cost Savings Hero is a hidden business model previously cornered by large corporations. New technologies, the flattening of the world with the internet, and economies of scale, along with some visionaries, have built something that anyone can profit with. There's a second P.S. If you've ever wanted to be in on the ground floor of something or have said, dang, I wish I would have started that a year ago, or if I'd only. Well, this is your chance to do that and not have to ever say that again.